What's up, guys? So a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett-Smith, and August Alsina situation. Now, usually I wouldn't have done a video like this because I could honestly care less about the situation. And quite frankly, I honestly feel like they're using this just to leverage their own brand for August to honestly promote his new album. And this buzz and everyone talking about them right now is just building up their brand, making these celebrities even wealthier. But besides that, they still have an influence and a reach over younger people, especially people that they spend their whole lives looking up to celebrities, which is something I really hope you guys, if you're watching this video, you're not doing. Because these celebrities are just like you and me. They're flawed human beings. They are not gods. They are not perfect humans. And most of the time, they actually lead you astray. So I've already seen at this point that a few content creators have already put out reactions to this video. And what I wanted to do was break it down through my red pill lens, my life experiences, give you guys my feedback, my thoughts and perspectives, but also talk about the fact that clearly Jada Pinkett-Smith is a alpha widow to Tupac. Number one, that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. And the second thing I want to talk about is when we watch this interview, you're going to see how much power that a succubus or a Jezebel spirit, which is what she has over a good man in Will Smith. Alright? And he's a quote-unquote nice guy. And this is what I tell you guys. You don't want to be a nice guy, because the succubus gets all your energy and she drains you emotionally. And you will see it in his eyes when we watch this. Because I've watched it a few times and I kept looking at his eyes every time the camera would go to him, and I kept seeing how energized and how she could literally care less what she did to this man, and she could go onto this show and talk about it. But then you look at his face and it looks like he has no soul, because she took his soul essentially. And that's what happens when you deal with the Jezebel spirit. Some of us have talked about this on the channel before in our past relationships with our exes. There's Jezebel spirits that roam around and look for good men to take advantage of. And they'll drain you of your energy. You will be unmotivated. You will be plateaued in life. You won't move forward. And a lot of these guys can't even get out of relationships with the succubus. Alright? It's really sad. Once you get stuck with the succubus, she drains your energy and she just keeps you at a plateau, and she takes everything that you worked hard for. Alright, let's check out this interview. I'm talking too much.
It's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business.
Yeah.
But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But, you know,
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August.
So entanglement is, she just doesn't want to use the word cheating, because like what we talk about all the time on this channel, she can't afford to make herself seem like she's in a bad light. Women hold on to their virtue no matter what. They can't, even if she is the biggest slut, she can't tell you that. She has to let you think that she's not like every other woman out there. But she is in reality, but she just won't tell you this, the nice guy. She will try to sugarcoat it and put it all different types of ways. She'll try to serve it to you differently. But an entanglement is basically she went out and sought a bigger, better deal. Let's just say deal on this channel, because I don't want to get demonetized.
That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
See, he's laughing right there, but if you look at his body language, that was a nervous, like, insecure laugh. Like, trust me, if he's a normal man and you're talking about your wife dealing with another man, he's broken inside. He's just playing it off for this camera, obviously.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. Mm-hmm. I would definitely...
See how she's trying to basically put it back on Will? And she's not taking any responsibility for the fact that she stepped out. The fact that she went out looking to find happiness. She's putting it all back on Will. It's his fault. It's his fault that she went out and looked for happiness. He wasn't pleasing her.
We saying we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah,
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And
So he was like 24.
we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with...
Dude, I don't
some
know.
help.
I'd be pissed, right? If I was Will, I'd be pissed hearing this.
You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
Oh no. He used that excuse.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah, right. She knew the moment she saw him and whatever else she was looking for. She knew exactly that the moment that they had some time alone for healing, that she would be willing at least to perform activities with this man. Private activities behind his back, behind Will's back. She knew it.
all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there,
He knows that's BS. Look at his face. He knows it's just BS right there. That's an excuse again.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with
He's
you.
dead inside. He's dead inside.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
He just looks so hollowed out. Like he just looks like a shell of himself. Almost like it just shows you how much power the succubus has when she has you entangled. You can't even see the truth. You can't see how beta you are. You can't see how manipulated you are. You're a slave to yourself. You're a slave to her, and you have no idea how to get out of that situation. A lot of people don't even make it out sometimes when this happens.
Yeah, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy. And I
want to add one thing. When he said, I was done with your ass, basically, he might have broke things off, but she purposely, I can almost guarantee it, she purposely jeopardized that relationship so that Will would want to break things off so she could, quote unquote, heal August. And that was her excuse. Because a lot of times women will look for ways to jeopardize relationships when they see something that they want and they want to get out of the relationship they're currently in without looking like the villain or the bad guy. Because we all know these broads are frauds. Anyway.
I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over. You know?
We were over.
And
look at that. Did you see that? She's trying to make it seem like they were over when they were just taking a break. And she made that very clear right there that she was trying to basically, she knows that she had an affair and she's trying to cover it up here by saying, no, we were over. Like we were. Once again, trying to hide her virtue.
I really felt like we could be over. You know?
We were over.
See?
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
It's not an entanglement. He is digging. Shout out, Steph.
I launched into
it's not an entanglement
though. With August, what do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long.
Okay. We know what that's code for. You don't have to even be red pill to know what that's code for. It had been so long. I needed to feel good. It's been so long. She's not talking about her, well, maybe she is talking about emotionally after the fact. She's talking about the fact that this August Alsina guy just gave it to her good. And he sexually imprinted this woman. He has her soul. All right, they have soul ties now at this point. This is why I tell you guys, if she's been with more than 3 guys, sometimes up to 5, I say 3, more than 2 sometimes, she's not going to be able to pair bond to the best of her abilities. And what she's been with Eazy-E, Tupac, so she has a type of guy that's already imprinted her in a certain type of way. So when she's here dealing with Will Smith, we all know Will Smith. He's cut from a different cloth. He's not really like that, you know. He's a successful man. He's alpha in business. He's alpha in his acting. But is he putting it down, and is he being that kind of Tyrone type of guy that comes through and just lays pipe and really just sexually satisfies her the way that August probably did with her and imprinted her? Probably not. He's probably giving her mission, like in missionary, just August in there, imprinting her.
Since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's some BS, man. That's some BS. Yeah,
I think that has a lot.
That's that song. I can think of sexual healing. This is literally what it is. Yo, look at how dead he looks inside just hearing his wife talk like this. Even if it's publicity or not, man, this is some effed up stuff.
To do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or
These girls are backwards, bro. I made a video on like a month ago. I didn't want to sound like a pickup artist or anything like that, but I told you guys, women enjoy fixer-uppers, guys that need help, guys that seem to be hurting and need some extra help on the side. And these guys aren't going to change. They're just going to get what they can get out of this woman, snatch a few times, and then dip out. They're not going to stick around, especially for a woman like this. They're not going to be around very long. This is just post-wall. Yeah, she looks all right. She has that feminist haircut. I can guarantee you she's not very submissive with Will, at least. It's just not going to work out, you know? She's not long-term relationship material. She's already been imprinted too many times.
whether it's your addictions.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed
She's lying.
through fixing people versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I think that that whole process with Og really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that.
What the This is so backwards, man. This is so backwards. It's just so backwards. She's basically still making excuses and not taking accountability for the fact that she was, shout out to Coach Greg Adams, doing monkey double backflips all over August Alsina when she was still married. You know, like...
Because I wasn't sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah, like, the fact that I'm speaking to
It's
you...
Will's fault somehow. She's not taking accountability.
I would agree.
No, but it ain't for the weak at heart. There's just certain things...
You see, she could care less. Look at how she could care less.
I would agree.
That's a nervous laugh by Will Smith. He doesn't really mean what he's saying. She means everything she's saying, and she's not taking any accountability. She's completely fine. I know girls like this, when they have high body counts, when they've already been imprinted by another man that's not sitting across from them. Will Smith basically to her is literally like a homie. All right? And she's one of those girls that's like, she's for the streets, literally. And you could tell because she's laughing at something that obviously if she actually cared about Will, she wouldn't be joking around about this.
I would agree.
No, but
She
it
could
ain't
care
for the
less.
weak at heart. There's just certain things that you have to go through, and it's like...
And I wish, you know, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and miracles.
Yeah. You got to go through some to get the answers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and...
What? That means you gotta go through miles of meat getting dug out by a young man to finally have some happiness, to find yourself. This is so delusional, so backwards, man. This is backwards thinking. And young women are gonna watch this and say, oh, well, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they're still married and they let this happen. They had all these issues, but they worked through them, and she just needed a break. And what's wrong with me doing the exact same thing? That's their logic. That's why a lot of these females, they follow celebrities, Instagram models, Kim Kardashian. That's what raised them. That's why they have the mentality that they have nowadays. That's why they're promiscuous. That's why they are sexually liberated. But then they get mad when guys don't want to settle down and have long-term committed relationships, because you are already imprinted by hundreds of guys. We can't imprint you. You've already been imprinted by the whole community, bro. You're for the streets.
Is happy because I definitely believe that you and I, we never, ever, ever thought that we would make it back.
Yeah, there's a real power in the just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what.
The thing is, Will knows that he doesn't even want to get a divorce because of all the paperwork, because he makes a lot of money, she makes a lot of money. But it's just to the point where he understands that he's trapped and he can't get out of this relationship. He's trapped. He has the look in his eyes of a man that is trapped within his soul, and he's crying out for help, but he won't tell you this. If you just look at him, look at his body language, look at his eyes, he truly doesn't mean what he's saying. He's putting on a front. She has total control over this relationship and total control over Will, even though he's the more alpha guy in terms of business, at least, and he's more successful than she is. She has somehow convinced him that she has more power than him, because he doesn't understand his true value as a man, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you really can't know that
until you go
through some stuff, you know. I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah.
She doesn't really mean that. Do you see that little smirk? She doesn't really mean that. If August hit her up, I'm pretty sure August ghosted her. If August hit her up again, she would slide over.
No, I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
See that smirk right there? I don't either. She would. She got ghosted. She's post-wall. She was just a booty call to this man, this artist. So he got what he wanted and ghosted her. And trust me, there was something about him that reminded her of Tupac or her past life when she had a bunch of Tyrones, that guys that really just gave it to her, that reminded her of August, that she saw that within August, and she really like craved it and missed it. She, like she said, she didn't realize the last time she felt true happiness.
You back first, and then
you gonna get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Okay, that's probably true.
You know, and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay, I'll give you that petty. That's what you want.
Man, get out of that relationship, dog.
But
it's cringy.
But you know, I will definitely say it's just part of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
Wow. The way he just said that. Let's just hear how he said this again. Look at his face. It almost sounded like he's like a prisoner. Like it's like a life sentence. 25 years and counting. Literally, look at his face right here.
You say.
He's trapped. The succubus has his soul.
You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
Like a machine.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
Ooh, that fake laugh. That says it all.
That's terrible.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
He's depressed.
But yeah, it's
He's depressed.
It's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married
What'd you tell me?
that I can love you through anything.
And
Why would... Dog, why would you say I would love you through anything? If that's not the dumbest thing, well, I guess he's not red pill aware, but that's so stupid to say that to some chick and give her that much leverage early on in that marriage. I will love you through anything. All right, let's let the whole football, let's let the whole NBA, the whole NFL, all the rappers, let's just let them run through my wife. Because I'll love her through anything. I'll love her through anything. No matter what, baby, I love you through anything. And even if you run through all the streets, every celebrity, I will still be by your side and I'll still love you. As long as you sleep with me at night and I have someone to cuddle next to you and someone to take pictures with on the red carpet and promote my brand, I'll still love you no matter what you do. Simp.
I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said this, and this is gonna happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was going to take to ride with you through.
Yeah, I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
Yeah. How am I doing?
You doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're awesome.
This is sad. Either way, even if it was just brand promotion or what I think it was is just honestly a made up story, possibly, and they're just acting. Regardless, if this is actually true and she allowed this to happen and he allowed this to happen, this is really sad. And it's sad to see how Will Smith went from being the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to being now similar to a fresh simp of Bel-Air and being very beta and having that blue pill mindset. And he doesn't realize his worth. He doesn't realize that he's the prize in this relationship. And she's always been a side piece. But he treats her like a queen, unfortunately. And he doesn't realize his own value as a man. So, that's unfortunate. Hopefully this story isn't actually true. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on this subject matter as well. It felt uncomfortable. That whole interview just really felt like either staged or just he's crying out, but he's just keeping it inside. And if you guys want to watch it again, really look at his eyes and really look at her body language compared to his. She has all his energy and she's basically taking his soul. He is like a soulless being that is just talking. He's a talking head in Will Smith's body. That's not really Will Smith. That's not the old Will Smith. Alright, I hope you guys understand that. Let me know your thoughts anyways. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Share the video to help other people get this message as well. Till next time, it's Young Man's Daily Red Pill. I'm out of here.